Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you about how I studied for the MCAT, how I got a 521, which is 98th percentile, and how you can do it too. Obviously this is a really difficult test to study for, and if you clicked on this video, you know it's a absolute monster of a test. It's about 7.5 hours long, and it tests you on everything you learned in your pre-med classes. So how should you study for this test? So I pretty much started studying about 6 months before my test, which was on April 26th of this year. I wanted to give myself as much time as I could because I knew that during the school year I was going to be really busy. And this isn't an ad, but this is not an ad, but I bought the Blueprint self-paced course with the online live classes, and it also came with online materials, some print books, and all the AMC official practice questions. I would really recommend it because they help you make a schedule to keep yourself disciplined. So anyway, with Blueprint, I had a 3.5 hour virtual class every Sunday morning for a few months. And between each class, we would be given modules to do. To be honest, there were times when I didn't get all the modules done right away because school got in the way and everything. But I would say it's important to do your best and get as much as you can done. I would say that the virtual classes are super helpful because they go through the strategies and the content and force you to really practice within those time limits and stay on schedule. I think they did a great job of reviewing questions and explaining the answers in depth. Then I'd say when you're about 3 months out, you should be doing practice problems. I'm really trying to sprint through all the video modules and content review to get that solid content-based foundation. About 2 months out, I switched from doing the Blueprint questions to the AMC official practice test set questions, which I found to be actually easier than Blueprint. Every day that I could, I would try to get a passage or two done from each of the 4 sections, so 4 to 8 passages daily. I think this is how I really got my numbers up, and by the end I had more than 5,000 questions answered in total, and I completed almost all of the AMC QBank. Also, I wanted to talk about the practice tests real quick. I think I did around 10 in total, but I don't think you need to do that many. I started with the Blueprint practice tests and then shifted to doing all of the scored AMC official practice materials, practice tests in the weeks leading up to my actual test. Since I was still in my spring quarter of school, I would have to use my Saturdays to take the 7.5 hour tests, and I would try to get up as early as I could and make it as close to the real testing conditions as possible. Not using my phone, using the allotted breaks and everything. And to be honest, the first few times I did this, it definitely gave me some headaches. And so I would take some Tylenol with me to the library. But I think this is really important, nevertheless, to build up that stamina for the real thing. In the weeks leading up to the test, I would say you should probably taper your studying and not try to cram it all in. Just be confident in your preparation, get a good night's sleep, even though I definitely couldn't the night before, and go there feeling ready. A couple other things I wanted to point out is that my Blueprint practice test scores were always lower than my official AMC practice test scores. And I know that a lot of people said this too, so don't get discouraged by those. The AMC is obviously the gold standard, and my score landed pretty close to the AMC practice test average, but I know some people who jumped up 5 points on their actual exam. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know any questions you have in the comments, and I hope this helps. Good luck, and you've got this.